really shook up the compact SUV segment with the launch of the Duster, but once the Creta was launched, it instantly became Hyundai's best-selling car in India, selling more than all other SUVs in its price bracket. Now Hyundai has given it an update for 2017, giving it a lot more appeal. Meanwhile, we have the Captur, which, by the way, also has a ton of things going for it. But between these two cars, which is the one you should be buying, we'll tell you in today's video. But before I get going, do hit that like button, that's the thumbs up button, click on the bell icon and also subscribe to the MotorBeam channel. Now here is where there lies a problem, because both these cars are extremely attractive in appearance, so you really can't say which is the better looker. Now obviously this massive grille, which is expanding ever since, looks great on the Creta. It might remind you of a certain Audi, but definitely it gives it a lot of SUV presence. Meanwhile, the Captur, it looks more of a crossover, but certainly I find it better looking because of its European design language. It gets full LED lights, which is a segment first, and those floating indicators really stand apart. The Creta 2 is very nice looking, but being launched in 2015, it means that there are plenty on the road. So you will definitely get a lot of swag value with the Captur because it's not seen as much. This car is longer than the Creta, it's wider too, but the Creta is taller in height. Meanwhile, both get the same size tires and the alloy wheels are just gorgeous on both these vehicles. Now I'm sitting inside the Captur and right away I can tell you that the interior isn't as fascinating as the exterior. The plastic quality is on the harder side and it doesn't have the same amount of cubby holes as that of the Creta. The other problem with the Captur is the lack of rear seat space, because that's somewhere where the Creta excels. Although the seat is positioned low and the window line is high, so you kind of feel claustrophobic in the Creta's rear bench, which you don't feel in the Captur, but it simply doesn't have as much space. Heck, it doesn't even have as much space as the Duster. Both cars have excellent seats. The Creta offers better cushioning and the driver's seat is also 6-way power adjustable. However, the seats on the Captur, they definitely look better on this platinum trim. The boot in the Creta is bigger than that of the Captur. Why can't we face it? Keep on paper chasing. All these made up reasons, you're the only one for me. My heart is wasted. Keep on paper chasing. Acting pretty small when we are growing out of love. In terms of features, it's the Creta which completely annihilates the Captur because it has way more to offer. Not only does it get a more legible 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity, it also gets something called a smart band, which also notes down your calorie. You can go for a swim and straight away enter the car. That's something which is very unique. What's more unique is the fact that it also gets wireless charging in the center, a sunroof, as well as a power adjustable driver's seat. And the list doesn't end there, because the Creta also gets Hyundai's AutoLink app, wherein you can see various parameters about the car, such as how many times you hard brake, how many times you hard accelerated, the engine condition, and when you should service the vehicle. Both cars also get steering mounted audio controls, which are better on the Creta. Both of them also get a reverse parking camera, rear parking sensors, rear AC vents, and also cruise control system. Both the audio systems are from Archimedes, but the one on the Creta sounds better. Both these cars are available with petrol and diesel engines. Hyundai offers 2 diesels. On the Creta, there's a smaller 1.4 liter as well, so if you're looking for a diesel car on a budget, or if you're looking for a petrol car, there is no beating the Creta over here, because the petrol engine is much better than that on the Captur. It offers punchy performance. But if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're looking out for the 1.6 diesel on the Creta or the 1.5 diesel on the Captur. And in terms of performance, outright let me tell you that the Creta has more power, it has more torque, it feels faster in every possible way, and the engine is also more refined. Further improving the drive experience of the Creta is the fact that the gearbox is slicker in terms of shift, the clutch is lighter, and this one is also available with a 6-speed automatic gearbox. Unfortunately, in the Captur, you only get a manual gearbox. But what I really like about the Captur is the mid-range. It feels very strong, accentuated by the fact that it has a considerable amount of turbo lag. So in terms of drivability, speed, performance, mileage, efficiency, NVH, everything, the Creta diesel is just better than the Captur. But the Captur feels way more fun to drive because the chassis is just better. It feels so much more composed than the Creta, whose suspension is just too soft for Indian roads. Obviously, the ride quality is better at lower speeds, but the one on the Captur is just better as you build up speeds. It flattens out road surfaces perfectly. The steering offers so much more feel and feedback that it actually vibrates when you push it hard through corners and gives just too much communication to the driver. But I really like the steering on this. The Creta steering is just soggy. It doesn't return much feel and feedback. And if you're talking about a driver's car over here, definitely the Captur is just miles ahead of the Creta. The brakes on the Creta offer very sure-footed stopping power. In fact, stopping power is better on the Creta, but because the suspension is kind of soft, under panic braking, the car moves around a bit. Meanwhile, due to the stiffer suspension over here, even though the braking performance isn't that great, the Captur is more sure-footed when it comes to stopping in emergency situations. Now, we all know that Hyundai's sales and service network is better than that of Renault. However, in terms of cost of ownership, there's not much to differentiate between both these cars. So now it's decision time. Which one of these compact SUVs you should be buying? And it's aptly clear which is the winner. It is Hyundai's Creta. It has always been a fantastic car in terms of comfort, quality, performance, and overall feel. The Captur is also a brilliant car, but somehow feels overpriced. Yes, it is the cheaper car here, but it doesn't offer the same levels of features which the Creta does, and that's something which makes the Creta so popular. It is priced at a premium, but the premium seems well worth it on the Creta. Further making the Creta such a fantastic vehicle is the fact that again you came.
The gang of duster is here.
I'm out of this.
अरे अरे कहाँ जा रहे हो? अरे
If you're planning to sell your old car first before buying any of these compact SUVs, you must consider Cars24. Visit any of their 50 branches and sell your car at the best price. Not only this, Cars24 will also instantly transfer the money in your bank account and take care of paperwork including RC transfer.